We're live. We're live. We're live.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Today is
those likes.
February the 3rd, the first Monday in February.
Yes, it is.
Very important day.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Brian K. McNeill, and
I am Dr. LisaSantiagoMcNeilll.
And thank you for tuning into our show. Let's talk about it. We do have a special guest that we have every first Monday of the year. First Monday of the month. Every first Monday of the month, we have our own Google guru, who's also your Google guru, who's going to be here today to share how we can actually move our missions forward, how we can move our businesses forward through the amazing power of Google.
Through your Google.
That's right. So we're going to have him here today and 15 minutes from now.
Hey, Uzama, good morning. Good morning to those of you who are on already. We are looking forward to bringing the energy. And
now,
today's topic is
the importance of Black history.
To everyone.
To everyone. The importance of it. This is the month. It's an easy joke to talk about why is Black History Month the shortest month of the year. Why is Black History Month in February instead of June? Okay, when we want to cook out. Okay, why is that? Okay, doesn't matter why to me. Okay, and my Black history is 365. So, but I think it matters to every single living person.
Absolutely,
I do. And I'm so excited that we have the guest that we have, because the guest we have not only is brilliant, but he's a grown up. You know, he's a grown up. He understands something, and he's a believer as well.
That's right. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Shirley. Good morning. Good morning to you. We're going to be right back after these messages. We'll be right back. Ding.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am LisaSantiagoMcNeilll.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm telling you, we have been going through it. These colds were serious this year.
Yeah, and I think I had a regression yesterday. 2 Thursdays ago, it jumped on me, a cold or flu or something jumped on me 2 Thursdays ago. So this past Thursday marked 1 full week. And it's in my head that a cold lasts about a week. But Thursday came and went, and I was still sick. And Friday I was sick, and Saturday morning,
hey, Miss
I felt better, but I was still sick Saturday morning. Sunday, I felt worse than I felt on Saturday. Coughing. Right now, I got runny nose and coughing. Okay. I'm like, goodness gracious, this sickness has been with me long enough, and I'm tired of it.
But we're glad to be here with you. And I'm telling you, I really think that some of it is just pushing back through too soon when you still need to be sitting it out.
You think some of it has been extended because we worked when we should have been resting?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying? Oh, went back to work too soon.
Both of them.
BOFFVL. Both of them is one of my favorite words.
Good morning, Katura. Thank you. She says, Lisa, that cut is fire.
She did get a nice haircut this weekend. Friday morning, she went and got a haircut. They skint that thing up on the sides real nice, and she got a nice hawk / handle. Some of you guys will understand what that means.
I didn't have a chance to diet yet, though.
But she will. She'll diet. And when she diet, here's what happens when Lisa get a fresh cut and a fresh dye job. Couture, if Lisa get a fresh cut and diet like right away, when she goes anywhere, post office, supermarket, anywhere, she's going to get 3 or 4 women that has to stop her and talk about her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Women. It'll be at a post office. It'll be somewhere. If you happen to walk through a town, especially if you're not from that town.
Walk through a town.
like a town that we're out of town. Like when we're out of towners and Lisa show up with a fresh cut and fresh dye. God. It's like she's a celebrity couture. You should see it. People have to come up to her and talk about her
Good
due.
morning, good morning.
Is that our Gwen Thompson up in the house?
Yes.
What? Good morning, Gwen. How you doing?
Amen. Katura, she says, I love it like that two-tone. Well,
She
God
love it like that
you.
two-tone. Yeah, the two-tone is fine, but the fresh dye, though, I'm telling you, with a fresh cut, it's different. Hang out with Lisa and prove me wrong. How was your weekend? Yes,
Thank
she is
you,
gorgeous,
Katura.
Katura.
Thank
How was
you,
your weekend?
Katura. How was your weekend? Today's weekend. Amen. Good morning, Robin. He says, good morning, my friends. First Monday is here.
And in 10 minutes, we shared the brilliance of Robin C. Stern with you. But I also want to talk about today's topic. Today's topic is the importance of Black history to everyone.
Absolutely.
The importance of it. And I'm excited that Robin is here today, particularly because he was in the green room, but he went out the green room and came back in. And he might not have heard me say this, but I'm going to say it one more time. I'm happy that Robin is here because Robin is two things particularly important to me. First off, he's a believer. First, second, and third, you can't get around it. He's a believer. But the second thing I admire about him is Robin is a grown-up. He's not a kid. He's a grown-up. He's seen some things. He's been around. Okay, he's not a kid. Okay, so he's uniquely equipped, I think, to share this platform with us today.
Okay, all right. But why do you think that Black history is important?
To everyone.
Excuse me, to everyone. That caught me. He says, I am in my head.
Yes, aren't we all grown-ups in our head? Robin C. Stern says, Shirley DeJarnette, good morning. She says, my weekend was great.
Yay!
I'm happy that you had a great weekend. Did y'all hear about the trade that went down Sunday morning at 12 a.m. right after midnight? Did y'all hear about the NBA trade?
No, Brian. Tell us about it.
It has rocked the sporting world. It's rocked my world. The Lakers traded Anthony Davis, their star center power forward, to the Dallas Mavericks to get
AD?
Yes.
Not AD.
To get Luka Doncic.
Not AD.
They got Luka. Luka's one of the best players in the world, and Luka's only 25.
But AD?
But Luka.
Okay.
They both are super, super duper stars. But Luka, there's no one saw that coming. So anyway, sporting world's upside down. Other than that, there's nothing going on sports-wise until this upcoming weekend. Because you all know this upcoming weekend is Super Bowl Sunday. That's what we're all going to be geared towards. So I want to get into today's topic. Okay. And we got 7 minutes for our special guest to join
Shirley
us.
said, I read about the trade. Where did you read that? I'm sure that would be on none of my algorithms anyway. None of them.
The algorithms matter to me, by the way. Like on our Prime, on our Netflix. I don't even want Lisa to use my Prime or Netflix because she'll throw off my algorithm and have them put up some crap that I would never watch on my algorithm. Some Frankie and Joni or whatever it is. I would never watch anything like that. That means Lisa was on my algorithm.
Frankie and Grace.
Okay. I even walked past her watching that. I'm like, oh God. I can't handle it.
But we got to get on the subject here before we bring our awesome guests up. But why is Black history important to everyone? You guys know a few years ago now, we had an amazing guest and his son on who had wrote a couple of books about
outstanding books,
amazing books.
Want to share their titles?
Yeah, one is Today in African American History.
One of his books is Today in African American History, 366 days of historical events and accomplishments.
Absolutely.
366 days of historical events of accomplishments.
This is today's date.
And this is wonderfully well researched and put together by Mr. Michael A. Carson.
Absolutely.
Michael A. Carson did this book with his son, and they're young men. And we've had them in here as guests, and we were both so impressed.
His son was in the 4th grade at the time.
Yes. But we were so impressed by this book and the other one there, baby.
The other one I am enjoying fingering through. It is African American Inventions That Changed the World.
Now think of the research and the dedication it took for them to put these two books together, because they're really well done, and I think they should be in every person's home.
Absolutely. Okay. I came across a couple of inventions. One that was like a fun invention, and one that was an imperative invention, or an invention that was really going to impact so many things, right? So often there are different ways to either minimize or exemplify different inventions as important, passe, fun, whatever. But this one was both. Shirley says, I have the first book. Okay.
Today in African American history. Good.
Amen.
I want to kind of tell my thing. You're going to have time to go back and read those things.
Fine, go ahead.
I want to just say this. Why is it important to everyone? Okay, especially Black history. Important to everyone. Everyone, I'm saying, it's important to them. I started school in 1973, kindergarten, 1973. And I went through Brooklyn school systems, and we had history books in school. And every year, by the third grade, I knew to look at the book as to what time we were going to have the Martin Luther King lessons and the slavery talk, because that's the only thing that was covered in the history books that I grew up in. If it was about Martin Luther King or slavery, there was no other references to Black people. None. Okay? So I was like, dang, that's the only references we get in our history books that was taught in the school systems that I went through. Okay? Me. Once I got an adult and started having children, I wanted to raise great children. I started studying a program called Raising Positive Kids in a Negative World. It was put out by Zig Ziglar. And I had the books, and I had them on tape as well. I would listen to in the car. And Zig Ziglar tells this, he was also a believer as well. He tells this amazing story about Shirley Temple. Y'all remember Shirley Temple? Shirley Temple was a darling in American history. I love Shirley Temple movies. You did too. And there was this one incident Zig Ziglar highlights where Shirley Temple had her birthday, and she was probably 5 or 6 years old. And she was such a great hostess to all her party guests. And then when the party's over, all the little kids leave, and 2 Black kids come in. The Black girl was probably 11 or 12. The other girl was probably about 9, and Shirley Temple was probably 5 or 6. And they came in to get, oh, Miss Shirley, we got a present for you. Miss Shirley, we got a present for you. And they gave her, and she was gracious. Thank you for the present. And then Shirley says, we have some leftover cake for you, too. And they were so gracious to get leftover birthday cake from Miss Shirley. And Zig Ziglar highlighted that because if you were born in this country and you watch TV and you watch movies, and those are the references that you see consistently, he knows that had a negative impact on a race of people. Okay? So books like Michael Carson's books, highlighting the accomplishments of Black people today in African American history, I think is important to every single person, because we need more references other than what a few people was willing to share with us. Just a relatively small community of people wanted the world to see Black people as thugs and criminals and this. Small amount of people in Hollywood decided that's what they're going to do, okay? But these kind of books, I think, change the arc. And people like me bringing it up, people like you willing to talk about it, people that, because you want to let everyone know that you do have a proud history. Every single Black person in America is a descendant of slaves, which means that parents had to be extremely resilient and clever and smart to get them here. So I want you to fill your chest with pride during Black History Month. I think it's important to everyone.
Good morning, Jay. Good morning, William Brown. Happier today, guys. We're excited because...
Good morning, Miss Pamela Coleman.
We are... Oh, yay. Good morning, Pamela. She says, glad to be back on your live. Well, we're glad
happy to see you too, Pamela.
Amen. It's about that time.
Okay, you guys, Shirley, as you guys talk about the first book on the show last year. Yes, we did. Good morning, Brother Jay Mattier, and Mr. William Brown is in here as well. I'm so happy that he's here. Good morning to you as well. I hope something I just said resonated with somebody, even one person. Okay, we got 1 minute to our special guest, and I'm looking forward to bringing him in the room. Black History Month is important. It doesn't matter that it's in February, a cold month. It doesn't matter that it's a short month. It is important. And I want you to feel it with me. You ready to bring our guest up?
Absolutely.
Coming to the stage, you guys, we've met him however we meet people. But one of the things that we've learned over the past months, that Robert C. Sterner is a giver. He is generous. He loves other people. And he's a friend. And he shows up to be friendly as much as he can. He has offered tips that have helped not only my business and Lisa's business, but a lot of your businesses too. And he's done it freely and generously. Why would he do this? Why don't you ask him for yourself? Coming to the stage is your Google guru, Mr. Robin C. Sterner.
Man, who is this great guy you keep talking about, Brian? Oh my goodness.
I am a fan of that great guy.
I have to go now and live up to some expectations. I used to love just being a slacker where I could just not worry about any of that stuff. Now people talk about me like that. Thank you so much, Brian and Lisa. And I'm glad you guys are starting to feel better. And I'm telling you, when I said last week, more water and chicken soup, I didn't mean that canned stuff from Campbell's. So if you need me to overnight you some real chicken soup,
I made some.
My wife
I
is
am some serious Ashkenazi Jew in there, buddy. Let me tell you, there's some serious blood in there. I learned from the old grandma how to. I even saw they have chicken paws at my Walmart, and I said, that's what Grandma always said you had to put in. If you didn't put in the feet, you didn't get the good color and the flavor. Yeah, you got to put meat in when you boil. Now you don't eat that part. You just, because I put it all in and dump it through a strainer and then pick the meat off the chicken, right? Pull the carrots out. But oh my goodness. I mean, pull the carrots out and put them back in the soup. That's what I mean. Carrots go in the soup. But yeah, so my stuff, when I say Jewish penicillin, it is absolutely, it will heal you. It will heal you.
I believe you, man.
I'll send you some. If y'all don't get over this, I'm sending you some chicken soup. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
I am, but I'm still sniffling and coughing and sneezing, and I don't like it.
Look, I'm going to tell you something, Brian. I have gone back to the old school, brother. I carry it around with me everywhere now.
A handkerchief.
So I can dab. Because the pulp from the tissues, it's made from wood, and you use them too much, that you get raw. I can't handle it. So I have a handkerchief, believe it or not, that my father had from the time he was like 25 or 30 years old.
That's an heirloom.
I have like an 80-year-old handkerchief that I still use.
A family heirloom.
It's kind of thin, but I still think about him when I pull it out. So
I know you come prepared with something that you want to share, but I do want your perspective on what I was talking about today's topic. I think it matters to me to hear your perspective on it.
I appreciate that, Brian. And I'm glad that somebody cares what I think. That's one of you. I feel that all history is necessary to know. Like, we have to know it all. And the conversation around Black history, because guys with skin color like me kind of ran the world, it's been played down, right? And again, news always is the worst thing that's happening because that's what they think people want to hear. I say we have a 24-hour good news network. I think that would be great, where we just talked about great shit going on around the world.
Wow.
But to have this perspective that there's something different here, and I'm just going to level the playing field. I think Jesus was much blacker than he was white. So you want to talk about Black history? Let's talk about changing the entire freaking world by being willing to die for everybody, right? Like, that to me is the ultimate Black history. I don't care what you say. North Africa, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, that's all right there where the skin color was not this. It was much more like you. So rather than trying to change history, let's go ahead and celebrate it, and let's make the jump from hey guys, we didn't start out white. It's not the way it worked, right? So my perspective is we all need to be willing to have an open mind and look at all the facts, not just the ones that are pertinent to us. I was just reading about this after Lisa gave me the topic earlier today. I went out and I said, what's the deal? And it's funny how every region of the world portrays Jesus as them, right? And because predominantly white people were in charge, that's why a lot of the pictures and a lot of the drawings, but I think they're erroneous. Because if you go to Africa and see a picture of Jesus, he's black. And if you go to the Middle East and see a picture of Jesus, he got black hair and dark skin. So I think that the idea of not glossing over those facts really opens the topic up. It gives us a much greater perspective to say, so what historically has white people done for the world besides destroy it, right? Enslave people and in the name of profit, just drive anything we can to in the name of profit. My wife and I are getting ready to go to Europe for a couple weeks, and we're thinking about moving there. We're actually going to retire a little early, I think. And yeah, so Portugal is on our list in May. We're going over for 2 weeks, and I really want to experience the perspective of the rest of the world, because this is my only view, right?
Right.
So being somewhere where predominantly white people didn't make all the decisions, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to be a part of that. I'm excited to eat food that's actually healthy, right? And not poisonous to me, which is all we do in the country. So I know I'm kind of going off track, but it's still,
but you're still always fascinating to me. Right. And you went deeper than I thought you would go. And I appreciate that too.
Look, I got a little tiny rubber figure a friend gave me the other day. He came over and he gave me a challenge coin with the Armor of God quote on it. And he gave me a wristband that I'm not wearing today, but and it had the name of their organization and a scripture quote on it. And he gave me this little rubber figure of Jesus. And I said, hey man, I hate to tell you this, but I think his skin's a little light. Will you be okay if I take a Sharpie and draw him in a little bit? Because he's not the right color. And he laughed. You know, he's a Caucasian guy too. And we laughed about it and had a long talk. But believe it or not, I have this beautiful computer sitting next to me. And I used to put my computer on the floor. But I got a new computer, and it's one of those gaming computers with the glass sides on it and the lights inside it. It's really, really cool. I'll pull a picture up here in a minute. But on top of the processor, there's a flat spot there. So I opened up the glass case and I put my little rubber figurine on top of the processor, and I closed it back up. So now I have Jesus watching over me all the time.
How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that?
Cool. It is so cool. I got to show you a picture of it. It's really, really neat. So yeah, I think that I really feel that that's the case, and I think we really missed it. We've really missed it. And so thank you for opening up the topic. Thank you for standing in the gap, right? Because let's face it, you two are very successful individuals, and you're an example of Black history. Like, you're making 9 years now. 9 years you've been doing this show?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, who does that? Who does that? That's crazy, right? So just that alone, the number of people you've impacted, the number of people that you've changed their lives. I mean, even me, right? The things I've learned from you folks as well. So I celebrate it all. And why is it important? Because it's our culture, and it's what we need to know so we don't screw things up again, right? Let's all the history and all the accomplishments. And again, like I said earlier about the news, let's downplay all the negativity. Let's stop giving all of that any space in our heads, and let's celebrate and look at the positive things and the amazing things that are going on in the world, no matter where it comes from. Black, white.
What we're going to choose to do today, particularly. Dr. Deborah's in here this morning. I'm so excited to see her again. Good morning. She says, what a great experience to look forward to. She's talking about the experience you and your wife have upcoming with Portugal, I suspect.
Yeah.
Okay. What a great experience. I'm excited about this Monday. I'm excited about having some room in my day where I get to do some things. I'm excited also. I'm happy that Shirley had a great weekend. I'm excited about tonight. Tonight is every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I host a group called the Sales Confidence Mastery Group. And tonight we're going to talk about how to use questions to sell yourself and your services. The power of questions. I'm going to talk about open and close-ended questions. I'm going to talk about tie downs. I'm going to talk about questions that start with a W. It's going to be a really, really in-depth discussion about how to use questions. So that's hosted tonight at 8 p.m. I don't have the link handy, but if you don't have the link, you'll need to get the link so you can register. Okay,
yeah, and I was sitting there making ugly faces and looking at my calendar because I put it on my calendar because I keep missing that one, and I need the link from you.
Okay. I'll put the link on.
So Lisa's going to put the link on, but that's tonight. I'm super excited about that. And I've been teasing it for a month now because I teach people that my business is about helping people to sell services. That's what my business is about. I'm going to get to that later. I don't get back to Robin now because I don't want Robin to escape here. And he never has left here without giving a tip that could be immediately actionable and helpful to somebody. So we got him about another 7-8 minutes we still have with Robin. So, Robin, I want to yield back to you, and I'll cover more of my stuff later. What do you have to share with this amazing entrepreneurial audience? Now, our audience is entrepreneurial, but they're mature, too.
Right.
They're not kids either. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brian, thank you for that. And thank you for that lead in. You know, it's always nice to be recognized and have an opportunity to share. But I will tell you that I'm really excited about my book launch event that's coming up.
Talk about
where
it.
I'm going to have an opportunity to share the love and some experience and tips and just motivate people in the entrepreneurial world to know that they can do it. They can rise up and do the things that you need to do to help the rest of the world. Because let's face it, that's what we're here for. We're not here to serve ourselves. So on May 1st, I'll be doing a book launch event. It's a large venue. We're hoping to get 300, live event, like 350 people there. And I just actually hired the videographer who's also going to do the live stream on my YouTube channel. So all you folks that aren't in Atlanta, Georgia, and won't be in the Atlanta area on May 1st, we will have, I think it's going to be pay-per-view because we're raising money for a veterans nonprofit. So we may charge $20 or something for the live stream. It's going to cost more to come in person. But again, we're hoping to give $10,000, $15,000 to ATL vets, which you think is Atlanta vets, but it's not. It's actually Advancing the Line for Veterans. So ATL stands for Advancing the Line. And the young man who's running it, Zach Knight, is an amazing, I think he was a major in the Army when he retired. And he saw such a gap of needing to help veterans assimilate back into corporate America. So he went to legislation. He went to Atlanta. He went to Washington, and he started getting some legislation going. And that's what got people to pay attention to him. And now the corporations are hiring him to learn how to better work with veterans and make sure that they're getting the access to that knowledge. Because let's face it, veterans have seen it. Like you said, mature. They've seen it. They've gone through it. They bring so much experience.
I'm so excited that you introduced our ATL vets and Advancing the Line vets to us. As a veteran myself, receiving veterans benefits, I am frankly galled, Robin, that this country doesn't do more for veterans. They have volunteered. They have given up their lives. They've put themselves in harm's way for the sake of the country. I want more benefits for veterans. Why do we make it so hard for veterans to get benefits in the first place? Why do we hide stuff and make them have to jump through loops? It just frequently galls me.
It's horrible. It's horrible, Brian. So,
and that's not enough services with veterans.
Right. So, and that's what Zach's doing. And that's what we're going to go and support. That's what this is all about. Now, obviously, everybody learning something about Google, getting to come see what's going on with the book, having a nice night. There's going to be VIP options with cool swag bags with lots of really great gifts in them, like they do at the big Oscars and stuff. They all get the swag bag. It's got all the cool stuff in it. That's why they want to be there. So we're really excited to be able to partner with ATL Vets, another group called Our Local Heroes, which is a personal friend of mine, Justin Arndt. He has labeled, he actually takes headshots of public safety and veterans. He does all the photography and all of the photoshopping for free. He did $35,000 worth of photoshopping and photography last year. And then he supports veterans with that as well. He bottled a line of bourbon with his label on it, Our Local Heroes. And one of the things in the swag bags will be a bottle of Our Local Heroes bourbon. That's
beautiful. That's beautiful.
So, so today I'd really like to just encourage everybody again and again and again to continue to stay active on your Google page. I cannot preach that enough. I cannot tell you enough. I will give you solid figures. We were averaging about 1,800 interactions with our Google page every 6 months. I started posting regularly, and I mean 3 to 5 times a week, sometimes 6. Just 10 minutes is all it takes. 5 minutes sometimes if you know how to get to everything and you know what you want to say. And it doesn't have to be hard. It just has to happen. We went from 1,800 interactions. And when I say interaction, I don't mean a view or an impression. I mean somebody clicked on our Google profile, which means they went to our website, they asked for directions because we do have a brick and mortar, or they called us. That 1,800 and something interactions equates to about $275, $250, $275 per repair if somebody's coming in to get a repair, or $500 to $700 for a sale. So those clicks, those actual interactions with that are valuable. Those dictate what we're getting. And we went from around 1,800 every 6 months to just after 2 weeks of posting regularly to well over 2,200 interactions in the last 6 months. Woo-hoo. So if you can imagine what 400 more interactions that are averaging between $275 and $600 each, that's massive. That is needle moving, life changing income. So I just want everybody to go find your Google page.
Okay, good.
Show how to add an update and freaking do it. And I'll drop a link where I have a reminder. Whenever I go live to do my posting, I'll send out a text with the link to our Google group or our Facebook group. Join us, do yours at the same time. So you're just being held accountable. It's just another added benefit that I give to my clients. And I'll offer it to your tribe as well, that if you just click the link, get signed up for the reminders, right in the reminder, it'll have the link to the Facebook group. Show up, just show up and say, oh, Robin's. And even if you can't come, you'll get the reminder to say, hey, you need to post on your Google page today. When you see the value and you start doing it, you will see the needle move.
That's what I'm talking, Robin. If I had a chance to talk to you before you came on, I would have asked you, let's go back to the fundamentals, what you teach, the basic stuff. Like, what can they do now? Right. even without a whole lot of skill. And what you just gave, find your Google page.
Yep.
Okay, and learn how to update it. You can do that right now.
Yes, sir.
The tool of joining your community and getting the updates and the reminders, I think is helpful. The older I get, the more I realize we need tools and we need reminders.
Right. That's it. Well, I'll tell you what, Brian, I would love to hang out and chat with you guys about Google all day, but holy moly, I did the after hour tour last week, 2 weeks. I've been doing all the after hours events. I am slammed today. I got so many discovery calls on my calendar today that I'm getting prepared for. And I'm finishing the press release for the event, and I got all the landing pages set up. I even went as far as to make an affiliate link for my event. So if anybody wants to bring other people and maybe get theirs for free, it's 20% of anything that you sign up. And you just have to go to my form, fill it out. You'll get a affiliate link. And if somebody signs up for the event through your affiliate link, you get paid. There's a client portal you can log into and see your earnings. We'll pay them out after 30 days. So
now, where do you want them to go? Because right now I have to look at your schedule.
It's the affiliates.yourgoogle.guru is the place to get the affiliate link. Yeah, that's the affiliate link. So that's the affiliate link to be an ambassador for the event. And then if you go to, I believe it's, let me pull it up, robincstern.com/services. The very first thing you'll see is our Google posting cadre, which is, you'll get on the reminder list to get the text message.
Is that right, Robin? Is that right?
Let me see. No, not the affiliates, just affiliates.
Okay.
Just affiliates.yourgoogle.guru. And then the other one is robincstern.com. I can put it in here. I have pulled it up. So
okay. And we're gonna let you go because you're right. You're slammed, and we got to get back to.
Woo! I appreciate you guys so much. I love hanging out with you. I'm so excited to be a part of what you're doing. And I'm coming to Charlotte really soon, guys. I'm on my way.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much. You always are amazing. Thank you.
God bless everybody. Take care.
Talk to you soon.
I love when Robin comes. He adds every time, he does. Dr. Deborah says, I'm looking forward to tonight. I'm looking forward to you being there, Dr. Deborah. And Uzama says, amen to downplaying the negative news. Yes, let's downplay it. We could turn it down. It's easy to turn it up, the negative news. It's easy to highlight something every day. But let's be like Osama is suggesting, to discipline ourselves. We don't have to amplify the negative news. And I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to myself. I don't have to amplify all bits of negative news. I can choose to downplay it. And I'm going to take Osama's suggestion today and downplay it today because I'm excited about my day.
Good.
I don't like it. It's too much.
I'm so sorry. I want you to feel better.
Me too. I don't need to be feeling slow down or tired. I got work to do today. I'm excited about my work too as well. Robin did put the link in there from your Google Guru, so you guys can all click on that.
Go to robincstern.com/services to get added to the link, the reminder link, and make updates to your Google page.
Now, I've shared why I think Black history is important to everyone. What have you, baby? Why do you think it's important for everyone?
I think that, well, as I said to many of those who have been watching this show, I did not personally have a lot of Black history in my upbringing. I have the traditional Black history, that we learned in school.
Martin Luther King and slavery.
Martin Luther King, slavery, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X.
That's it.
That was it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I also didn't particularly live in a whole bunch of Blackness. I don't even know how to say that because I'm in a Black body, right?
Pretty much.
But
pretty much. Go ahead.
I just did not experience being Black from a Black perspective. I was a person living a person's life.
Right.
And I think that that's almost, I don't know why I say that, but I feel uncomfortable. I didn't really even think about it.
You brought it up a few times, and it does seem like a place of uncomfortableness for you.
Yeah, it was.
It seems like an area that maybe you feel like you missed something, or there was a void, or you wish that you had a little bit more, or you're not sure.
I'm not sure. But I'm disappointed.
Yeah, but it's okay because you brought some tools today, and I see you tab the page because there was probably something historical there you wanted to share.
So there was a couple of things that I wanted to share.
Okay.
In this book, The African American Inventions That Changed the World. I was reading it first. Okay. That's okay. African American Inventions That Changed the World, right? Mm-hmm. And we've read from this before. But I actually chose two from this book because so often we talk about Black people as it relates to entertainment, as it relates to beauty, right? As it relates to sports, right?
Entertainment still.
So I kind of was wanting to get away from the entertainment stuff, but he still deserves the honorable mention. So the first one I'm going to read is Gerald Lawson. Gerald Lawson, who was born on December 1st, 1940 in Brooklyn, New York.
All the cool people from Brooklyn.
He invented the world's first home video gaming system that used interchangeable cartridges.
How about that?
I thought that was really, really cool.
He invented the first gaming system that used interchangeable cartridges. How cool is that? Mr. Gerald Lawson. Absolutely. If you didn't know.
Now you know. That's one to grow on, right?
That's right.
Dr. Deborah says, my friend just announced that she is going to be posting people that have influenced her life. So she asked me for a short bio and a picture of herself. That was so kind of her.
Yes.
Amen.
And of course she would ask you because no doubt you influenced her life. Dr. Deborah also says, Brian, I was just saying to my sister that I don't like feeling slow. Me neither. Okay. So that was one of Mr. Gerald Lawson.
And while it is technology, it's a video gaming system. So I did want to throw that one in, but I wanted to give one that's more that I found a little bit, not more or less. I think every invention has its value and merit. But I was like, oh, this one we could not have so much success in saving the world if it were not for this one.
So this guy is
Joseph R. Winters. He was born on August 29th, 1816 in Leesburg, Virginia.
Okay.
And he invented the folding fire escape ladder that attaches to fire engines in 1882. He also improved the fire escape ladder that connected to buildings. So without him, your fire truck would not be equipped
with
to
those
put out
foldable
fires.
Ladders and the fire escapes that a lot of cities have
would not
have the foldable ladder. How cool is that?
I thought that was so cool.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lisa, for sharing those 2 bits of history with us.
I thought that was so cool.
I think it is cool too. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I think the ladders are so important. They probably were overlooked by so many, because he said he invented them while watching the firemen try to put out a fire. They were carrying the fire. They were carrying the ladders from the truck.
Yes.
And having to lean them up against the buildings and climb up and then pull them up and climb up.
Much more difficult, much more time consuming.
Absolutely.
All of that. But that's an amazing invention, and it's a practical invention too.
Good morning, Craig.
I like documentaries. I can get really, really into them. One of the documentaries I liked a lot is called The Men Who Built America. I've seen this same documentary at least 9 or 10 times, and it's like 10 episodes of it. The Men Who Built America. And it basically talks about just a handful of titans like Rockefeller and Carnegie and JP Morgan and Ford. Those guys who basically built the whole country. Okay, Vanderbilt's. Few people became titans of industry. Okay, made all the money, shaped how the country's run, bought the presidents, all that kind of stuff. So I like that. And then I like the titans who built America. Basically the same thing, but they just talking about just a few rich people. But this past weekend, I watched the building of Wall Street. Mm-hmm. Wall Street, the rise of Wall Street. And it went from the 1850s, 1860s up until the late 80s into the 90s. That's where it went through, the history of Wall Street. And how it was just so fascinating. Just a relatively small number of people controlled the money and all the booms and busts and some decisions that people made that hurt so many people. Mm-hmm. Like this, why did we have the Great Depression? Because people were speculating and they were allowing people to borrow money to invest in the stock market. People all over the country were borrowing money to invest. So if someone decides to not invest here or to invest there, or a bad crop or this, the people that borrowed money, they had major debt now. They were able to borrow money and put $10 down on the stock and get $100 worth of stock. Okay, don't that sound clever? Don't that sound good? Unless the stock goes down. Now you owe a lot more. Okay, so these little decisions, it was just fascinating to me. And then when they put in regulations like in the mid 50s, 60s, and 70s, and Wall Street went dormant for maybe 20 years. But then the 80s came and the robber barons and speculation and the Mike Milkins and the Ivan Boskis and those kind of guys started using insider trading secrets amongst each other that the rest of us didn't know. They made all the money, and that's why they all went to jail. When they got caught, they all went to jail. So it was just fascinating to me about how this country's built, how money works, and the titans, and it shapes my perspective on who we should listen to and why and all that.
I love it. Craig, good morning. He says, good morning, everyone. Have a blessed day on purpose and enjoy it to the fullest while creating your miracle today.
Thank you, Craig, for adding that. While creating, that means you have the power. While creating your miracle today. Did you grow up playing with Play-Doh? Did any of you guys grow up playing with Play-Doh? I did. Did you? If you ever had a can or 2 cans or 3 cans of Play-Doh where you were able to take that thing out of the can and it was shaped like the inside of the can when it first came out, and then put your hands on it and start kneading the clay and then rolling some of the clay and making some of it into balls, making some of this. You know, if you shape it right, you can make 4 little legs and a body and a dog head and make it look like a dog. You created a dog out of a ball of clay. Or if you could make these little flat wheels and elongate the body and make a crevice in it for a seat. You can make a car out of clay, or you can make a man out of clay. I made all of these things too. We were creating, and what I think Plato highlighted was that we have the power within our own little hands to create something.
Amen. Craig
Thanks,
says,
Craig.
Still do with my daughter.
Still
Amen.
do with your daughter. What? Dr. Deborah says.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that about the fire escape ladder. I am learning something new this morning.
We're going to do that every day this month because it's fun for one, but we get oh, wow from Dr. Deborah is the other reason why we'll do it. Yep. But you have the power within your hand to create something. This Saturday morning, I got up with an idea in my mind, and I started writing, and I wrote like 5 chapters of a new book, 5 of them. I even wrote the preface of the book as well, and I shared it with Lisa. I'm not going to tell you guys more about it because this thought is going through my head of tell the world what you're going to do, but do it first. So I'm going to wait till I get it published or close to published to tell you more about it. Well, do you believe in that adage? To tell the world what you're going to do, but do it first?
Yeah.
You know why I think that's a truism? Because if you tell the world before you do it, they get to shoot at it. They get to take arrows to it. And sometimes they can shoot it down. Okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, this morning, the first Monday of Black History Month has flown by. Flown by already, and we'd like to thank you for hanging out with us.
And the way we thank our consistent contributors. Robin highlighted it again. What is it? 9 years you guys been doing this show? That's true. Monday through Friday for 9 years. He goes, who does that? You know who does that? Dr. Lisa does that. Brother Brian does that. Why do we do that? First off, it's something that we do together, but it does add a lot to our lives. Coming here regularly with you, we know that no matter what happened before 9 a.m., at 9 a.m., we're going to be seated in front of you, attempting to share, attempting to talk. And it has added a lot of order to our lives. It's added a lot of structure to our lives. It's added a lot of money to our lives, the discipline to do this. Okay?
Yes, Shirley said, I need the link for tonight. I signed up, but I think it was the wrong night. Well, if you signed up, you could have selected more than one night because it does show you that it is every Monday night. But you can go to bit.ly/SALESMCP, bit.ly/salesmcp.
Those of you guys who are entrepreneurs and understand the value of questions and sales, please invite somebody else. We do have people registered, but I noticed the registration for this week is low. And it should be high because of the content. The stuff we cover tonight is going to be the kind of stuff they want to know. It's going to be immediately actionable. We should have high registrations, but we don't right now. But it's not too late. So I'm asking you, please, ma'am, please, sir, to recommend and maybe even encourage others to register as well. I'm asking you, Shirley, because your friends in forever would benefit tonight. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Deborah, as well.
We look forward. She says that takes dedication. It does.
So, but you're worth it to us. You are worth it to us. Every now and then, the idea strikes my mind. And sometimes I mention it to my wife, sometimes I don't. But the times I do, we quickly deal with it. What if we didn't do the show anymore? What if we didn't do this podcast anymore? Would that add to our lives or take away? It would free up another hour or two, right? Would that be good or bad? The answer is it's not going to be better, okay? Craig says,
Black History Moment. Empowerment duo bringing people together and bringing out the greatness, bringing out their greatness Monday through Friday. Need one Saturday a month. I'm just saying, LOL.
No!
For 9 years.
Amazing. We need one Saturday. No, Craig, no. Okay, absolutely not. And Pamela says, we're proud of you. Pamela, it means a lot that you're proud of me. Thank you. That you're proud of us. Let's go ahead and do our greeting songs and greeting logos, baby. Our greeting songs is where we say thank you. For example, Uzama was up first today.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama. That's our way of saying thank you to Uzama for being a consistent contributor to the show. What's a contributor? Someone who puts something in the comment sections, like Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt. Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Good morning, Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt. Miss Phyllis George has been with us for the whole 9 years.
Yeah, baby.
Miss Phyllis has been with us did y'all hear me? Miss Phyllis George has been with us all 9 years. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way.
Miss Phyllis
is here.
Miss
Now we can all have a great day.
Miss Phyllis is here.
The stories Miss Phyllis could tell about her experiences with us. Miss Phyllis, Dr. Beverly, they've been around the longest. Katora Green has a jam too. And it goes, back to life, back to Katora Green.
However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need it?
Good morning, Miss Katora Green, my sister. Miss Gwen Thompson also has been popping through for years. Good morning, Miss Gwen Thompson. And I always, whenever I see Gwen Thompson swing through or comment on anything, I think back to her wedding day. Because Lisa and I was there for her wedding day.
So beautiful.
And it was so beautiful. Yep. Shirley DeJohnette.
We did it.
Okay, we did already. Okay.
Hey, Pamela. I thought we had a song for Pamela.
I thought we did too. Was it la 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 la? Pamela la la la. I thought we had a song for you, Pamela. It's been a while. If you remember the beginning of it, please remind us. We're only human. Sometimes we need a reminder. Jay Mattier's got a jam too, and it goes, get ready, get ready. Oh, get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Jay Mattier's beautiful wife, they had it was her birthday. They've been married for, 100 years now, 50 years now, 30? They've been married for about 50 years. And it was her birthday this past weekend, and they went to a wonderful dinner. I actually called his wife on the phone and had a conversation with her, and it was so nice.
Pamela's song was Pamela. Hope Pamela makes you happy. Clap along.
That's it. Pamela makes you happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. That's what Pamela Coleman does. Thank you, baby. It came back. She went to her mental Rolodex, started filing through, and pulled it up. That's what it is. William Brown's got a song too. Good morning to our friend Will.
Nobody thinks like him still.
We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. Good morning to our friend Will.
Dr. Deborah, nonprofit strategist and funding coach.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Dr. Deborah Dunston, our sister. And our friend, I think about a lot of things when I think about Dr. Deborah. I think about her hanging out in comedy clubs with us. That comes to mind. I think about when we give her book. That comes to mind as well. I think about a lot of different. I think about going to her workshop on rocks, on stones and gems. Those images come to mind when I think about Dr. Deborah Dunston.
Your Google guru.
Robin C. Stern. He's your Google guru. Teach. Your Google guru. Teach. Isn't that interesting how we associate and file stuff in our brains? Craig Sapp.
1,000 degrees.
You'll be on your knees and you'll be burning, begging, please. Brother Freeze. Craig, let me borrow your VCR so I can dub the tape. That's right, Craig. How you doing, sir?
Amen.
Let's see.
Did we get Shirley? Yeah, we got Shirley. We got Craig. We got everybody.
We did everybody. Beautiful. If you watch that saying, man, that seems kind of cool. That seems kind of fun. That seems kind of cute. I want a song too. You can get one. All you gotta do is
submit one. Give us a song. Give us a genre.
And be a consistent contributor.
Absolutely.
Making stuff. Because we read for this broadcast. That's what we do.
We're readers. You're the producers. You produce the content.
I need something.
Orange juice. I hope you feel better.
I need orange juice or something.
I know that orange juice is not good for a cold, but somehow you've heard that it is. So I'm going to leave you with it.
I need something to break up this congestion.
Orange juice actually creates phlegm, but
okay, I want something. And it's not phlegm. It's not really in my mouth yet or high in my throat. It's low in here.
I don't need that much.
I'm telling my audience because they might have suggestions. It's mostly right in here. And when I cough, it like shakes my body from like here to here, right in this area. I feel it.
You can't take what I take.
I can't take honey because it makes me sick. Man, we had an interesting thing.
Hot water, sip it.
I'm allergic to honey and eggs is what I'm allergic to, okay? Aloe vera juice, bro. He keeps suggesting that, baby. We need to go to Trader Joe's and get aloe vera juice. But so I've learned to be careful in restaurants. And when we took my mother took us actually to dinner yesterday, and my mother ordered mac and cheese with her meal. And I was like, that sounds good. I like some mac and cheese too. And I asked the young lady, is there eggs cooked into that macaroni and cheese? Because I can't eat it if it is. So she went and checked with the cooks. And she says, pasta has eggs in it. I understand that. I can eat pasta, but any egg added to it. So she went back again. And she said they told her that after they cook it, they drizzle egg over top of it. That doesn't sound right to me. It didn't sound right to Lisa. Why would you do that to make your macaroni and cheese? Anyway, it's just a funny experience. Lemon. Miss Phyllis says lemon would cure this.
We got lemons.
We got lemons? Put some lemons in my tea.
Lemons in hot water.
Lemons in hot water. That works too. Lemons in hot water.
I don't know if they go with your tea. You drink that milk thistle mess.
That's supposed to be good for smokers, that milk thistle tea. But boy, let me tell you, if you ever heard of this, 3 Ballerinas tea. I had 2 of those cup bags in the past 4 days. 3 Ballerinas tea. It's supposed to be weight loss tea, but I think it's misnamed. It should be called
Milk tea.
Yes. Give you diarrhea tea. Give you the runs tea. That's what it should be called. I had some of that tea and it works.
TMI. Y'all continue to pray for us as we recover, renew, refresh, and we look forward
to. She says, no, suck on them. Don't put it in your tea.
Suck on them. Suck on the lemons.
Okay.
I got plenty of them. Have one.
Have a lemon?
Yeah, have a lemon. Join us this evening, 8:00. Go to bit.ly/salesmcp if you are looking forward to some amazing sales coaching. The class is for you tonight. Amen. And in the meantime and in between time, don't forget to have sex. See ya.